up, guys? Back in today with more I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day. This time with episode 7. This show's been getting slowly better and better each week, which I think is a really good sign of a kind of growing romance and relationships throughout the show. Again, that goes quite nicely with the kind of slow build up and yeah, just been quite enjoying it the last few weeks and really looking forward to today. I think we've got the test between Mimi and the girl whose name I can't remember, so apologies, but one of the couple um, of the girls, which doesn't narrow it down. But I say it like that, but you guys know what I'm talking about. A little training, little segment towards the end of the episode, but I feel like that's going to be a really kind of touching segment because it looks like she's going to be drafted quite soon if she does put up a decent fight versus Mimi. I did not expect her to win or anything whatsoever, but yeah, going to be quite a shame if they have to say goodbye to each other, which I think unfortunately they probably inevitably will sooner rather than later, which is a bit of a shame. But because I really like those two as well, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see what today has in store. But as I said, I'm slowly getting better and better each week, which is nice. And yeah, here we are. See, now that she says that, maybe Mimi might not be quite so good at non-lethal spells. But she's been using lethal spells for how many hundreds of years or whatever. I guess it was Is that the girl that gave us the clothes? Say you ran that. So surely you can't get much of an accurate reading of when your opponent is. You could still like. I mean, I say that you can still ascertain her strength, but I don't think you could. I think you can look at it in two ways. One way you could say she's being pushed to her limit here. She's fighting the best, a hugely experienced warrior. So she's going to be pushed to the limit, and we can see what she can do. In another way, you could say she's not going to be able to truly realize what she can do because the battle might be over before it gets to a stage where she can really prove herself. I don't know. Again, I guess you can look at it two ways. There's that bit of backstory saw for Say ran last week. Very small bit of backstory, but yeah, that visual there perfectly explains it. I mean, we don't know much about the blonde girl's backstory, but it looked like just blue water, so it's quite an interesting visual to pick up on, actually, isn't it? This again, we saw her backstory last week. Is this hinting at her backstory? Surely it's not all sunshines and rainbows. Is that just like how she sees things now with her? Do you think, rather than her backstory? I feel like that's what it might be. Again, I'm prepared to be wrong about that, but I actually feel like this might not be like this is definitely her like history. Perhaps this is just it's not a split visual for each of them. It's actually like a combined visual for both of them. So it goes from that to this kind of blissful, peaceful, tranquil life. So as I said, like less of a one half's her backstory, the other half's her backstory. It's more so this is perhaps either Saren's or maybe even both of them's kind of backstory to their kind of current situation, maybe. But yeah, I like that visual. Probably a lot more stuff like that I haven't caught in the opening. It all goes by so quick. There's the senpai. It's one of those things where I like analysing openings and such, but I don't really like doing it too much in the early stages of the shows because it just kind of spoils you. Yeah, let's hope nothing goes bad during this test. I mean, the last kind of test thing we did ended up being an actual kind of enemy. Okay, let's see the battle. Again, there was some pretty good animation during the fight stuff last week. I wouldn't say it was surprising, but it's cool to see. Not that I care an awful lot about that kind of stuff in a show like this. It's very contextual in that regard, isn't it? Like, it's a very big thing in a Demon Slayer series, for example. But in a show like this, it's not nearly as important. Must be so annoying looking at that face after just like missing like that. Oh wow, jab! Look at those fucking moves. Ada Wong over it. It does somewhat resemble her a little bit. Yeah, we've got crazy ass 14-year-old girls in this series. Then again, it's anime. We notice you. Oh shit, she get reminded of one of her roommates or friends. That's good of you, senpai. That's good of you. You say that, and you were pretty damn composed last week, but I had a feeling she'd. Yeah. I was really surprised last week just how composed she was. Nice to see that bit of weakness from her. Look at her. Fucking take the piss. Like taunting you. I like that maybe he's given her a chance to display her power though. As I said, I feel like it could have just been over quite quickly, so I mean I've been asking this question the whole time. I do wonder why they keep going for like close quarters combat magic. Oh shit. Oh, she said the same thing I did. Oh, that's good news. It's not, but you know what I mean. Damn, you're about to kill her ass. Holy shit! She might have just died right there. I was about to say that's good. I mean, like it, we got her to a point where we brought that out of her, which is a good sign, isn't it? That was a good move that we got her into survival mode. But I mean, I did say this. She probably wouldn't be quite as good with non-lethal spells as she would be with killing spells, just because she's so used to it. That's her bread and butter. But I love that she said the same thing I did there. Yeah, decently smart move here. Some nice animation again. Somewhat surprising that they put quite a bit of effort into the animation. Um, I mean, again, I say that not like I expected them not to or anything, but for a show like so based on relationships, yeah, um, that was scary right there. There's battlefield meet me right here, like Jesus, like this is just like yeah, you're dead. My killing face. Look at the difference in look at the difference in the expression from this shot. This one, like a cat. I think she was genuinely going to kill her as well. Like, holy shit. If that connected, I feel like that definitely would have killed her. Almost died before we even got sent to the battlefield. Jesus. Good job, teacher, for being able to block that, by the way. He made that man. I mean, it seems like Sheena's voice reached her anyway, thankfully. You're about to kill me. Sportsmanship. You fail on the grounds of sportsmanship. That should be it. I mean, that is a thing quite often, actually. But yeah, that should definitely be taken into account as well. So was that Or was that a kind of display of like she's not ready? That was that the intention by picking Mimi, just to hopefully not send her. Well, I mean, Mimi's pretty like powerful and such, as we know, but she does always end up dead, is what I will say. I'm not sure. I got to imagine every time that does happen, it's people. Sorry, just so I don't miss anything, I will pause. Yeah, as I said, she always ends up dead. Like she always comes back to us dead, so someone kills her. Um, my assumption till this point was that she like got ganged up on. There was too many enemies. She was like outnumbered the whole time and just whittling them down. But eventually, like their numbers would like overwhelm her. Is how I assumed it would go. But yeah, clearly she's not like unbeatable. She's not like some unstoppable force. She's more of an immovable object, really. And even then, she's not exactly an immovable object because they have killed her multiple times and put her out of action. But she's more like an immovable object than a unstoppable force. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, she's clearly very powerful as well and strong as we see there. But I don't really remember the point I was making. She's not like I can maybe see someone beating her, perhaps someone talented or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, the point I was going to make is it kind of shows just how powerful the enemies must be. I guess that she ends up dead every time. But as I did say, maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's just she's overwhelmed. As I did assume. Again, we don't really know. Uh, She'd be dead. I'm not even sure the teacher was the main reason she got stopped there. You're lucky Sheena shouted, honestly. I mean, I get that, but in essence, like, yes, these give you guys give you a place to stay, food, and like everything that you wouldn't have had. But they're doing that for like a reason. This whole pay them back thing, I'm not so in line with. Again, I get it, but I don't think you need to be that appreciative of these people. Don't even know. It just is. I feel like that might be an issue for the organization. That she will be going. Yeah, I thought the intention was to say that she wasn't ready. Maid in a brothel. How old? I mean, that sounds bad, and it is bad being made at a brothel at however young, but it does kind of remind me of Ichiban Kasuga. I don't want to spoil too much if you guys haven't played the games, but kind of reminds me of his little backstory a little bit. And it was like it wasn't exactly a brothel, but it didn't seem like too bad for him to grow up in. He turned out all right, well, in his own way. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. Again, you'd rather not. You'd rather not be. He's brought up as a maid in a brothel at God knows however young, like 10 years old or whatever it was. But yeah, with the intent to send them into war, getting that part conveniently, aren't we? I think would you be doing this if you didn't have the intention of sending them into war? You two, maybe. To be fair, these two, maybe. Goichi Kinderheim version 2. — 1419 is what we're looking out for here. Come back alive, Seiran. Will you though? Mimi, you better look out for her. I love how everybody in the cast just disappeared there. Just those two in that moment. Would be the farewell kiss. Well said. Well said. Mimi, you got to defend her life, bro. You got. I mean, how's she gonna defend her when she ends up dead? But you got to defend her big time, Mimi. Escort mission. Wow, makana. About that. You might genuinely be dead right now. Oh, oh, here we go. I'm expecting her to come back. If she doesn't, then that will be very shocking. There's Mimi. Nice. Okay, there she is. Mimi's back in One Piece as well. But I do think Mimi has She says she doesn't like pain and such, but I think she almost might have a bit of like a Subaru thing to go through as well in terms of like the value of lives. I reckon she got injured. Kind of. I mean, they always wear these cloaks and stuff anyway, but surprised to see Mimi in one piece. Not even like a bit of dirt on her. She killed someone. Damn. Now a murderer. That must change as well. Especially with it being that easy. Hello, dolls are again. I don't want to like ruin the moment here or anything. But I feel like this would I feel like this would be more impactful if we knew more about the enemy. If they were, uh, I mean, maybe I'm being judgmental here, but if they were worth kind of thinking about, if you know what I'm saying, if these people, I mean, I guess the answer to that would be everybody's life is worth like something. Um, Recently there was something in the UK where like I think a bunch of teenage boys or something like stole a car and then drove the wrong way down like a motorway or something and crashed into a family and all the teenagers died and the family were in like critical condition and people were saying like serves them right and such and I feel like to some extent you can understand why they're saying that because they caused the family huge transgression but they got their just desserts and they got their kind of justice, if you want to call it that. So I feel like seeing people say like they're glad they're dead and happy they died is quite ruthless. I mean, even if they did do something as bad as that and really wrong like they did, I don't know if I don't really like seeing that to be honest with you. But it's a similar situation here with the people we're fighting. Are they like worthy of our empathy? Are they worthy of our sympathy? I'd kind of like to know. Again, it would kind of just make it more impactful. Maybe these guys are the same as us, just kind of fighting for mean, they are, inevitably are the same as us, just like they'd be fighting for what's right. But as I said, we still know fuck all about them. So I feel like it makes it a little bit less impactful that we don't even know like what we're really fighting against or who we're fighting against. Um, I feel like this scene would be a bit more impactful if that was the case because it is that thing. Like, yeah, when you take a life, imagine everything does change, doesn't it? Like, you start asking these questions like, what? She was so desperate to prove herself and pay back. What's she actually done? What the act that she's committed is, under usual circumstances, a heinous crime that would get you locked up for life. Maybe not life, but yeah. Um. So yeah, it's a big fucking thing. But as I said, I feel like it'd be even more impactful actually if we knew more about the enemy. Never leave again. But that we're writing. We say though. Why would that not be allowed exactly? So off she goes again. I've got a real bad feeling about that. I've got a real bad feeling that that's just gonna be like we're gonna read that as she dies. Hopefully not today. But I've got a really bad feeling like that almost cemented that she might end up dying or something. Honestly, but like we never want to read this because when we do read it, it'll probably be at a mortal moment. So they're not even in the same unit. That's a shame. So many red flags. Stop. Hasta la vista. Another kill. I think eviscerated that guy. Oh, he's dead. Kiss it better. Forgot about that for a minute. Oh, kissing healing magic. That guy's dead, right? A lot of blood. Don't do that, bro. It scares me. Just pop out like that. Stop. No, I'm not sure we can have any more red flags in such a short amount of time. That's good though, yeah. That's probably the most fulfilling thing here, isn't it? To save a life rather than to take one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was coming. That was coming. There's too many red flags, bro. Too many red flags. Yeah, fortunate. You got a huge hole in your chest anyway, so. Did you survive that? They saved her? This. Fucking hell. You need to kiss her. Kiss her, maybe. You need to help her. What is going on? Still dying. These people just left her. I don't really get what's going on. People helped her and they just left her by herself here? This. Yeah, why they just left someone in such critical condition? She looks like she's about to keel over and die. Guess I need to help her, Mimi. If you can. Is that possible? Happens to these people? They just disintegrate. Holy shit. Didn't even get to read it. It was a lovely song. Very emotional song playing right now. Some of these people just left her. New ending. Could Mimi have done anything there if she actually like knew about if anything was wrong with her? If she quickly like kissed her or something, would that have been able to help? I can't believe they just left this girl with a hole in her after initially saving her and then just left her on the side like that. What the hell? Yeah, it was quite the emotional ending of the episode. Jesus. Again, saw it coming, but nevertheless, still quite rough. I can't lie. That was quite, yeah, quite touching. Again, the song especially was really impactful there. Oh, I'm really not looking forward to seeing her after this. Is that the words that are written in there? That Well, that was really that might be the best episode yet. I thought that was awesome. Again, the red flags were plentiful, fucking plentiful. I was half expecting it not to happen today, considering she came back. Um, I was like, oh, okay, oh, we're okay. Really good fight scene. I thought the animation here was really good. Some really nice moments between these two. Again, this moment stood out to me a lot with them, just like the whole room just kind of disappearing. Them just saying a potential kind of final goodbye here. What was really well done. And yeah, I kind of thought we were safe, coming back alive, and some more nice moments here. And then yeah, the red flags added up and unfortunately came to pass. So again, shot in the back here. I'm really surprised that hemostatic or whatever it was kind of worked in the first place, considering there was a ginormous hole in her chest. So then I was like, oh, she's going to be okay. Especially as Mimi's there, she can maybe help her because we know she's got some restorative abilities. Um, but no, she. Again, apologies, but I didn't realize these guys. I mean, we saw it with like the guy we fought during like the test a few episodes ago. He just kind of like vanished. So I don't like that, honestly. I feel like that. I mean, not in terms of like writing or anything. I don't mind it at all. But like, you don't get to bury these people. You don't get to cremate them. You don't get any kind of like ritual for their death. It's just they just vanish from the earth. I mean, I guess that is literally what kind of happens in a way. Um, but yeah, there's nothing to kind of like mourn or anything. Like, there's no body. Like, kind of sucks. Being brought back. So that makes me even more kind of special in that regard that she does even get brought back, even if she's dead. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Just really touching end to the episode here. And I kind of thought we were maybe even okay here, but and she just heals over and dies. Like again, I'm still struggling to think why these people just left her. Were they just like, oh, well, we gave her the hemo stuff, done the best we could. She's gonna die. How awfully rude that is, though, to just leave someone to die on their own if that is the case. To bring them back and then, I just can't get my head around this. So these people like helped her and saved her, brought her back. Maybe they thought she was okay because she was walking about. She does strike me as the kind of the girl that would say, "Yeah, you know what, I'm okay," as well. To be fair, but I can't believe we just left her alone like this. Like that is ridiculous. Um, but yeah, really touching end to the episode. The song again, especially, was just superb at bringing those emotions out. Thought the song was incredible, and yeah, just really touching. One of the more touching things I've seen from any anime this season, to be honest with you. Lovely ending here as well, with some new visuals and a new song, I believe. Um, but yeah, just seeing her just makes me just really, really kind of agonize the fact that we're going to be seeing her react to this next week. So yeah, I mean, we saw similar with Sheena, the senpai girl that's had the same experience. So yeah, we can relate. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Probably one of the best, if not maybe the best episode yet. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys next week with episode 8.